And yeah, I'll throw out my last bet. I just placed it today. I was sniffing around. I was said, is there any more value? I just haven't come close to finding yet. And it wasn't until last week, Elliot, when we did our ranking show. If you guys haven't checked that out, we did our power rankings for the Cup Series last week, that I realized how high I was on Buescher and that you are on Buescher as well, my friend. So I'm surprised you have not brought him up yet tonight, because the DraftKings line is just too long at 40-1. It's 30-1 everywhere else, 35-1. I've seen a 28-1 out there on him as well. So 40-1 at DraftKings feels like a misprice. 15 top 10s last year, the ninth most. 14.3 average finish, the ninth most. And he proved to me at the Glen, like, this dude is one of the baddest motherfuckers in the sport on road courses, winning on the last lap, overtaking SVG. In addition to that, he was second at Phoenix. He was second at Kansas in one of the closest NASCAR finishes ever. Dumped at Darlington the next week and could have won that race as well by Tyler Reddick. The third at Sonoma earlier that year too. Like, this guy can win at all the tracks, like every style of track, whether it's a super speedway. He's won at Pocono before. Obviously, a little fog came into that, but this guy can win at short tracks. He can win at road courses. Michigan, Bristol, Richmond. He's won all the concrete. He's good at, I know we were heavy on him last year going to Dover. He was my biggest bet of the weekend, and he didn't come through for us, but he's traditionally good at concrete. He's good there. He's good at Nashville. So he needs to qualify better. 18.5 average starting position, one of the worst in his career this past season, but a playoff setup really great for him as well. The round of 8 has Darlington and Bristol and Kansas. So I think, I think DK is getting a little careless, leaving a wheelman hanging out there at 40-1, who, not to mention, has an additional teammate helping him at drafting tracks this year.
Yeah, I mean, for Buescher, 40-1 definitely is a bit of a misprice, but I wouldn't want to go much lower than this. He definitely has won at a lot of different racetracks, but this sort of jack of all trades, master of none, and you can call it was bad luck that he didn't win 2 or 3 in the regular season, and he really had to earn that win at Watkins Glen in the playoffs. But once you get that monkey on your back and get on a little bit of a winless streak, it takes a lot of effort to get off of there. And for RFK, they're back to a race-winning team consistently. Are they set to make a title fight? We saw Keselowski flame out really early in the playoffs last year, and Buescher had the consistency, but of course didn't get the win to get into the playoffs. At 40-1, I like it. But again, this is almost another situation. Maybe you're hoping for a cash out if he's able to make the playoffs. And
for sure.
Like we're usually looking at.
After the round of 8.
Yeah, you and Cody, you guys are all high on RFK this year. Like, with Ryan Preece in the mix now, like how good is that going to be? Look, Chris Buescher, yes. Does he have the talent to be able to get himself in position to do this? Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it race in and race out that he's able to hang with them. But when you look at the concentration over the last few years of who the Final Four is, like, Chris Buescher's very rarely make it into the Final Four. So the season, which is why it's 40-1. But at the same time, it's like, I think this is the right number to take a chance at the long shot.
Yes, I would not bet this at 35-1. This is about the number 40-1, because I think he's going to go out. He has a lot of tracks like Darlington, like Phoenix, that he can provide some value at, I think, early in the season. So I bet I'm getting a cash out before we get into the playoffs with this one. That's kind of my thought. Whether I'll take it or not, I don't know, because you guys know me. I'm a gambling man. So
ride, baby.
Yeah, let's go see Busch here, though, Elliot.
Yeah, and I would say, too, if there is one of those guys that's not really in that championship echelon that could be sneaky and take advantage of this format to get into a round of 8 or into a championship 4, I like Buescher more than anyone else in the field in terms of that high to mid-range level of car.
Yeah, I mean, you had him ranked like top 10 last week too. Like, he's a top 10 driver. We're getting at 40-1. You can't say that about really any of the other top 10 drivers out there.
Very good point. Like I said, I think you found the perfect number here, Seth. Good work.
Hey, it's still out there, folks. 40-1. Let's go. You can get invested as well. Let's go.